10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Discussing everything about the afterlife and spirit world. Coming to you all the way from Ireland. It's Sandie Byrne.
Hey guys, welcome to Tipperary for another hour of Life After Life with Sandie. Sorry, I'm trying to sort out my sound because I thought I had my earphones connected and I don't. So what kind of an idiot am I? Okay. So for some reason my microphone isn't working. Oh, there it is. Okay. So input is that, and okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. I told you all that I am definitely a technophobe. So can you let me know? If you can all hear me? Okay. I think I'm sorted now. Hey, Rach, thanks for joining. How is everybody? We've got a lot of people joining in tonight. It's lovely to see you all. Hey, Liz. Oh, I see that there's more messages. Can you hear me? Thank you. It is Wednesday. It is the 2nd of February 2022. And I want to talk about the energy portal that's just opened up today. So anywhere, people are always asking me about repetitive numbers. I wake up at, 2:22 in the morning or 11:11 or all these kind of things. And today we have one of the most important repetitive numbers that we've had in a long, long time, and nobody's asked about it. Well, hey. Anyway, Amy says she's excited for this. Loud and clear in Alicante. Hey, Liz, thanks for joining in. So today, as I say, it's 2222. It's all the twos. So anywhere where you've got all twos, this is an angel number. And I see we have Paige live. Paige Stevenson is joining us from Canada. Paige, do you want to come on? Do you have any information on us about the angel numbers, the repetitive twos? I'd love if you wanted to hop on. Are you on the app? Are you able to hop on and tell us anything about the numbers? Please don't feel obliged to, but we would always take your advice. But yes, the twos are angel numbers to the best of my knowledge, but I will bow to Paige's expertise. She is our angel lady in Canada. So what I wanted to talk about is the master number. Now, you may or may not know that the master number in numerology is 11, but 22 is just a multiple of 11. So it's almost like an amplified master number. Okay, I'm not sure why this isn't scrolling down automatically for messages. It's going to be so annoying. So it's a master number. So it's like the 11, but on steroids. Okay. This gives us more confidence, more positivity. There's a lot of important actions and important choices to be made. Now, let's be clear. This is a 20-day period that we have here. It's a huge energy portal that's just opened up. So we have 3 specific dates in February. Okay. We have today, which is the 2nd of February 2222. We have the 20th of February 2002 2022. And then we have the 22nd of February 2202 2022. So all the twos, those 3 dates are really, really important. So from the first one, today, the 2nd of February, until the last one, the 22nd of February, this opens up a huge energy portal for this period of 20 days. Okay, now this is the last time we will see this kind of portal. All the twos, all the positivity, all the relationship vibes for 200 years. We won't see this again until 2222. Okay, so we're very lucky that this falls in for us right now. This is a hugely uplifting time. okay, for anybody here now. This is a time where we're supposed to create a life for ourselves that's in alignment with our soul contract. Okay, so some of you may have heard about the soul contract. I don't want to get too, I suppose, complicated about everything. But basically, the idea is that all of us are here on Earth because we decided to. We made the choice to be here. So I don't know if all of you believe in reincarnation or not. I would hope that you do, being as you're here on a spiritual podcast. But we would have made the decision to return to this life in order to gain what we need to gain to advance spiritually. Okay. And we would have made a contract to come back here in order to better ourselves and advance ourselves. And this is the best time that you will ever have in your whole life to create a life that's in alignment with the soul contract that you agreed when you came back to Earth. Okay. So this is your time. Okay. Because the positivity that has opened up for us today, it's the most uplifting time. It's the most powerful time. It's, I suppose there's just so much, I don't know even what way to kind of say it, okay? But know, everyone that's here now, listen to me, okay? Know that you're here now, you're where you are today because you are supposed to be here. Even if you think that your life is really, really bad, you're supposed to be here right now, okay? But this is the time where you make your choice to get out of where you are. This is the best time that you will ever have to set yourself a goal for what you want for the rest of your life. So you have 20 days to think about all those things that you wanted to do. I'm not saying that you're not going to do any of them, but I want you to pick out what's the most important thing. I want you to write it down. I want you to draw it. I want you to print it off the internet. And I want you to pin it everywhere. If you have a vision board, put it on your vision board. If you have a vision notebook, put it in there, a journal, put it on the back of your bedroom door, on the back of the bathroom door. I don't care where it is, but put it somewhere that you will see it multiple times every day. For me, that would probably be the fridge. Okay. I'm going to put it up there and I'm going to look at it every single day. Okay, until I have achieved what I want to achieve. Hey, Karen, congratulations. Everybody, Karen got a new grandson, Arthur, today. Wow, that is amazing. Congratulations. And to whomever it was, your son, daughter, and their partner. What a beautiful day. 2222. He'll never forget his birthday. Poor little Arthur. My son never forgets his birthday because he was born the day after my birthday in the year 2000. So he'll never forget what age he is. But what a beautiful day for his birthday, okay? And what a positive date to be born on. Okay, it was your daughter Chloe. I love it. Okay, tell her we all said congratulations. The positivity that he's going to have in his numerology is amazing. I would have loved to maybe look at the name before he was born. So just know for anybody in that situation, whether you're having a new baby or you're starting a business, it's part of what I do in the numerology as well for people. So if people are having a baby and they're considering names, I would look at the strength of the names that they're looking at and see which would be better for a life path for them. Okay. So anyway, so what I wanted to do was to talk about a little bit about, now we did talk a lot about the power of this year, the 6th year. So if anybody missed out on that episode, we did it coming up to the new year. It's episode 18 in my podcast. Okay, so you can listen back on that. We talked an awful lot in that episode about what the power of the 6th year means, how it was an improvement over the 5, which was last year, 2021. Okay. We talked a lot about partnerships, relationships, and balance. Okay. This portal is bringing a lot of compromise and acceptance into our lives. Okay. Also, an awful lot of compassion, cooperation, and harmony. Okay. So, this is the time when we will build those bridges that we spoke about. Okay, so anybody that we haven't had good connection with over the last while, anybody that we've fallen out with, okay, this is the time to build bridges. But the flip side of that, of course, is if you have any relationships that have been troubling or have been strained, this is also the time where they will come to an end. Okay, so it's like the two polar opposites. There's no in between here. There's no scraping by. It's either one or the other. Okay, so we did speak about this, as I say, back in episode 18. I don't want to go back over all of that, but we did talk a lot about, relationships that weren't meant to be would come to an end this year. This 20 days will see a lot of those relationships come to an end. Okay, so set a goal during the next 20 days. It's a supercharged energy, but you're right where you need to be in order to make the decisions that need to be made. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. But what I have done out as well is I have just a little few lines for each of your zodiac signs. I don't know. I keep saying am and are today. I do apologize. And I will say to you before I forget that I have made a decision about the podcast. I'm continuing with the podcast, but after February, I may not. I don't think I'm going to continue with it live. Okay, because I do find that the effort that I put into this every Wednesday evening, I'm just wrecked on a Thursday. So it would really suit me better to record it, and it would be easier for me to get guests. I have a lot of people that I've been trying to line up to come on the show, but it's very hard for them to do 10 o'clock on a Wednesday evening. Okay, so I won't rule out the fact that I'll never come on live again, but I will be recording some. So for February, I'm going to stay live, but after that, they will mostly be recorded sessions. Okay, and I do apologize for that. I know a lot of people love the live, but it is very draining for me to take time to to prepare it and be here at 10 o'clock on a Wednesday evening, because I do a lot of late night work during the week as well. So it's just exhausting. I'm always complaining about being tired, aren't I? Hey, Megan, thanks for joining in. Hey, everybody. So, okay, so let's start. I have Aries first, but I shouldn't have had Aries first. Should I? I should really have had Aquarius first. Will we start with Aquarius then and go all the way down to Capricorn? My own sun is Capricorn. So let's start with Aquarius, because that is where we are at the moment. Okay. So Aquarius is January the 20th to February the 18th. Do we have any Aquarians here? Okay. So, because this energy portal is opening up during your zodiac season, okay, so that's where we are now. So, you're going to be one of the zodiac signs that's most affected by this energy. Megan's an Aquarius, so this is you. So, listen up. Okay, so this portal is opened up during your zodiac season. Okay, so you're going to be one of the ones most affected. It will help you bring you and your relationship up to speed. Okay, so you need to look at your relationship. But it does mean having some important conversations and clearing a lot of misunderstanding of old energy. Okay, so a bit of a clear out for the Aquarians. Okay, part of this process is embracing the person you've become and being able to fully receive your partner's love and to move into a new chapter together. Okay, and I'm consistently saying this to people in readings, that unless we can embrace who we are, then we're not ready to be in a relationship. Okay, so you need to embrace the person that you've become, and then you will be able to fully receive your partner's love and move on together. Okay, so there's your Aquarius. Any Pisces here? Pisces, starting from February the 19th to March the 20th. Okay, so while we've already said that the energy portal is opening up in the Aquarius season, it will close during the Pisces season. Okay, Pages Pisces. Okay, so the Pisces season this year holds the most powerful date. It's the 22/2/22, 22nd of February. Okay, so every zodiac will reap the benefits of this energy portal, but you will especially be affected. Okay, so the best way to look at it is you stepping rapidly into your best life. Okay, especially romantically. If anything has felt stagnant or like it's been moving slowly, this will be a time for incredible growth. Okay, the biggest thing for you to keep in mind during this period is that nothing is truly unexpected. It just might not nothing is truly unexpected. It just might not be the vision that you had in mind. Okay, but you must remain open to whatever comes your way. Patience is key here, but so too is knowing when to say yes to your future and just when to say yes to deciding not to look backwards any longer. I'm looking at this, and I can't even read my own handwriting, guys. Okay, so patience is key, but you must also know when to say yes to your future and when not to look backwards any longer. Okay, I hope that makes some sense. Aries, guys. Okay, so try not to look at Aries, by the way, in case you don't know, is March 21st to April 19th. Okay, so try to look at owning your past more during this energy portal so that you can experience true intimacy with your partner. Okay, so here's the acceptance coming in for the Arians. Think about what you're carrying around that you're not sharing with others, specifically with a partner, whether it's guilt or regret about something that happened previously. But anything you keep from your partner is something that will come between you. Okay, so no secrets during this period, guys. This is a time for cleaning out, it's a time for acceptance, and it's a time for growing together. Okay, so big clear out, all secrets out in the open, otherwise, you can't move forward. Okay, Ray saying typical. Okay, Taurus, guys, April 20th to May 20th. Do come on, Paige. Thank you for calling in. We have Paige with us all the way from Canada. Can you hear me, Paige? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the whole lot, and then I'd love if you come on and have a word, Paige, because we're going to have plenty of time. Okay, sometimes it takes a couple of times before you actually get on. This might work, Paige. I have my fingers crossed. You know how bad I am with technology. I'm inviting you, and I don't know why it's not having you on. Okay, we'll keep trying. Okay, let's move on with Taurus. Okay, April 20th to May the 20th. Okay. So I've written, and I did write these really, really quickly this afternoon, guys. So bear with me. My handwriting, I should have got into the medical profession. As you've grown, so have your dreams, especially when it comes to love. However, what you want isn't exactly what's meant to be. Okay. I probably should have written that the other way around. What's meant to be isn't what you want. Might be a little bit easier to understand. Okay. Use this time as a check in for yourself about what you want now versus what you used to want. This will enable you to see relationships or any potential relationships for what they are rather than what you want them to be. Okay. I'm not asking you to give up on your dreams, folks. Okay. I think you should have the relationship that you want, but sometimes you need to accept the way it is or the person that you're with and accept them for everything that they are. Okay. Because they're not the worst in the world. Now, Gemini, this is my own one. I was looking at this today. Okay, so Geminis are May the 21st to June the 20th. Okay, for you, the astrology of February the 2nd, 2022 centers around truth, especially in relationships. So do you see that we see time and time again, guys, that relationships are really important during this portal? Okay. Sometimes you feel like you can't be yourself in relationships, but that's likely because you're still learning to accept all parts of yourself. Okay, so remember I said earlier, and I'll say it again, that until you know who you are, then you're not ready to share it with somebody else. Okay, We all have different sides and different likes, but being able to show up as our true self will allow us to be able to create a space of truth in our relationship and allow our partner to show up in the same way. So, truth is a huge, huge part of this portal, guys. Okay, now's the time to clear out. So, be truthful with yourself, Geminis, be truthful with your partners, and then your relationship will thrive, basically. Okay, so good time for relationships for Geminis. Yay! Okay, Cancer, 21st of June to the 22nd of July. So think about all the ways that you've sacrificed yourself for others over the years, specifically when it comes to keeping peace in your relationship. Okay, so you're the compromiser. If you're any, do we call them Cancerians? I'm not sure. Okay, while compromise is key in relationships, self sacrifice is not. Okay, so you need to find the happy place between compromise and self sacrifice. You shouldn't have to talk yourself into being happy or accepting something that isn't in alignment with you and what you want. Okay. Use this portal to embrace a more authentic way of loving. And remember that anything that takes you further away from yourself will never be meant for you. Okay. So, if you fall under the Cancer umbrella, you may have some issues to address within your relationship. This doesn't mean that every relationship needs to break down, but I think you will find that a lot of clearing out needs to be done. Okay. And I think that there will be a lot of clearing out of old relationships for Cancerians. Leos, where are my Leos? July 23rd to August 22nd. This portal could bring some big changes for you, especially in especially in terms of commitment and long-term relationships. Sometimes it seems that being committed means giving up your freedom, when in reality, the best relationships help us to become even freer. Okay, so if you found the right relationship, you'll feel free. Okay, you won't feel like you're tied into anything. Look for how your sense of commitment is being challenged, or even how you are challenging your partner during this time. Okay, this in actual fact would be a chance for both of you to grow even more deeply into your relationship. Okay, Virgos, have we any Virgos here? It's now 22:22. It is actually, well, it was a minute ago, Rach. Actually, it's funny because I put it onto my my Facebook today, and who was it said to me, one of you ladies said to me that it was 2:02 when you read it, which was really strange. Okay, so where was I? Have I the Virgos done? Did I do Virgo? Tell me, guys. Oh, 2:22 in the afternoon page. No, I didn't do Virgos. Okay, so where's my Virgos, guys? August 23rd to September 22nd. Okay, so reality will hit you hard during this energy portal. Okay, you will finally be able to see how you have been preventing your own happiness, particularly in love. Okay, this happens through your expectations about love, and even though those that you're in, and even through, sorry, those that you're in a relationship with. If only I could read my own handwriting. This happens, okay, so reality will hit hard, both through your expectations about love and through those that you're in a relationship with, okay? You're not aiming too high. There's no such thing as aiming too high in a relationship, guys. We all want to be put on a pedestal, okay? You're focusing on things that really aren't important to you and your needs. Okay. So I know we all laugh and we all say we want a man, maybe for us women, we say we want a man who's going to keep us and buy us nice things and everything. But it's not really, what we want. That's nice for a few weeks. What we really want is someone who's going to bring us a cup of tea in bed on a Saturday morning, someone who's going to open the door for us or all that kind of stuff. Okay. Look for what's important to you and your needs. Don't look for the fuzzy stuff around it, I suppose. Challenge yourself to go deeper and look for love in unsuspecting places, as that is often where it grows best. Okay, so hidden love for Virgos. Now, Libras. I'm trying to get you on page. I don't know why. I'll send you an invite as soon as I'm finished here. Hang on. Libra. Okay, September 23rd to October 22nd. As you enter this energy portal, you will be up for some big life changes. Okay, you have created space for a healthy mutual love in your life. Now you just need to make sure that you say yes when it comes to yourself. Okay, so if you're a Libra, you will have been, compromising yourself to make everyone around you feel comfortable and open up. But now is the time to start making yourself feel comfortable and let yourself open up, okay? Try not to let the actions of your past relationships or even of your partner in the past to stop you from this brand new beginning, okay? Each day in your life deserves to be met with the belief that it can be a fresh start, okay? Any scorpions on here? We want a man that will hold our hair back and wipe our brow when we are sick. That is so true. And what was even more important for me, Joanne, was that I wanted someone that would do it for the kids because I could not stand the sight of vomit. Susan, are you a Libra? No, I've done Libra. So Scorpions, we're talking Scorpio. Is that the same as Scorpions? I don't know where I am. Scorpios, October 23rd to November 21st, okay? During this period, you'll be able to gain some clarity about yourself and your relationships. This could finally bring healing to things that have happened or allow yourself to learn acceptance so that you can move forward. Okay. So basically, whatever you've been holding on to up to this point will be washed clean. So from this point on, Scorpio, there will be no holding on to the past. Okay. Draw a line in the sand and let it go. Okay. Allow yourself to transform into a person who has nothing to hide from and nothing to fear. And when you do this, then you'll be able to approach your relationships in the same way. So work on yourself first, then work on the relationship. It's like when you're on a plane and they tell you, if you're carrying a child, make sure you look after your own life jacket first and then look after the babies, okay? This is what you're doing. You're looking after yourself first. You can't drink from an empty glass, remember? Sagittarius, November the 22nd to December 21st, okay? So Sagittarians, you can keep doing what you've always done, and you will anyway, won't you? Okay? But you know that means that nothing is going to change. Okay, guys? So pull yourself up by the bootstraps. This period will help you become a stronger version of yourself, where you'll stop trying to make everyone happy and you prioritize your own happiness. Okay? This means that relationships may be beginning or ending to make more space for you to create what you need to be the best that you can be. Okay? Until you free yourself, no relationship will make you feel free. So it's important to make sure the decisions you're making are truly yours. Okay? So I talk about this a lot in some readings. About how to make decisions, because the majority of us make decisions based on what the people around us need from us, okay? But what we should do is make decisions what's based on what we want in our hearts, and afterwards we can work to alleviate the consequences that we're bringing onto everybody else, but the decisions should always come from within our hearts, okay? So Sagittarians, you definitely need to do that, but embrace change, guys. Don't stick your feet in the mud and say, no, I'm not going to make any effort or any changes. That's the worst thing you can do. And last but not least, we have Capricorn, okay? This will be an incredible time for love in the coming weeks. You are ready to believe in love again, okay? This may mean either entering into a new relationship or even rekindling things with a current partner. Either way, it's about creating a deep connection. Allow yourself to have peace with everything that's already happened, including the choices that you've made. And only then will you trust. You can begin to trust then, and this will allow you to create the relationship that you've always desired. Okay, so it's a loved up time for Capricorns. Okay, guys, I know it's a brief synopsis, okay, because obviously I don't have all your details. I didn't look into each one of you individually. I just did an overview for each of the specific zodiac signs, okay? And let me ask, okay, so let's see. I really want Paige to come on. Where are you, Paige? Can you comment so I can send you an invite, pet? I'm inviting you, but you're already connected. So let's see. I don't know how to disconnect. Let's see. It says you're already connected, you see. So I'm going to dismiss it. You can comment in the chat page, and then I should be able to send you an invite, okay? And Paige will be able to tell us if any of you follow me on Facebook. I had Paige on before on Facebook. There you are, Paige. Hello. So if I click on your name, then I can invite you as a speaker. Okay, so that you should bring up an invite onto your screen, and hopefully you'll be able to join in. Because, I was looking into the numerology, and I think it's important, guys. I don't know why. Paige, do you want to go out and come back in again and see, does that change anything? Because it's just not happening here. It's showing me that you're connected, but you're not connected, and therefore I can't bring you on. That might work. I think it's important too, guys, to understand the numerology. And, when I was studying numerology in London some years ago, we went through the origin of all the numbers. Okay, so just briefly, the first couple of numbers, like the 0, this is like if you put your thumb and your index finger together. I don't even know is the one beside your thumb your index finger or not, but there you go. But if you put them together, it forms a 0. Okay, so it's a continuous circle. It's like the nucleus of something. So this is what everything. Oh, here you go, Paige. This might work. So this is where everything comes from. Okay, connected with Paige. Hello, Paige. Just give me 2 seconds to explain where the number 1 and 2 come from. Okay, so we started with the 0. So if you look at it, it's like the atom. It's like the nucleus. It's the beginning of everything. Everything grew from this seed. And then you've got the 1. It's just a straight line, okay? It's 1. It's man. It's man on his own. It's the first man, okay, that was there. Then we've got the number 2, okay? Now we write it as 2 now, but originally we had the Roman numerals, which was just 1 and 1. So it was 2 ones. And this was man meeting his partner, okay? And this was 2 people coming together, and this was the beginning of the family. Okay, and that's why the number 2 is so important. But it's also an angelic number, Paige, is it not?
Absolutely.
So tell us, I was looking at this today, and I had written down in my notes, and I have these notes for years and years since I studied numerology, but I never looked into the angelic side of it. So could you tell us a bit from the angelic side?
Certainly. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can everybody else hear Paige, guys? Yes,
Well,
yes, Megan. I
beautiful.
can hear you. So just to remind everybody, we have here Paige Stevenson, and she is an angel communicator from all the way from Canada. And we will have her on here again. I had her on my Facebook page previously, but we're going to have her on to talk more about angels again in the future. But I'm so glad that you decided to pop on this evening, Paige.
Listen,
Thank you.
Sandie, this is so beautiful. I'm so excited to be with you. Anyways, listen, I'm not just from Canada. I'm from Western Canada. So I'm way on the other side of Canada, the furthest coast from your side. I'm way over on the west side above Seattle, Washington. So that's where I am. And
Well,
right
that's
now
a great
we're
description
sitting.
for me because
Yeah.
my geography is just completely out there. But I was a Frasier fan back in the day, so I know where Seattle is.
Yes. So you know that we're sitting here at 0 degrees Celsius. It's a winter
Very
day
cold.
for us. We do not get very much snow, so we don't have snow here typically. But I'm all angels. I'm your angel lady here in Western Canada, and I'm worldwide now post pandemic.
Yes. Isn't this online thing great? I love it.
Oh my gosh. So listen, if you're listening to this and you're a quick writer, I'll give you the numbers, the angel numbers, and what they mean when you see them. I'm
Oh,
also
that'd
a
be so cool.
numerologist, and but this is the angel side of it, not the numerology side of it.
Sure.
So if you're constantly seeing numbers and you're like, oh, look at that, oh, look at that, and I mean the most common one is 11, 11, 11,
Yes.
11, 11, and people are like, why am I always seeing 11? You know, well,
Sure.
that's because somebody's going knock, knock, knock. Hello, we're with you. Are you paying attention? And the
Yes.
angels always come from a beautiful place of love and light, and so it's not to be frightened with. It's like, ooh, look who's coming to my door, yay!
I
So
love it. And can I just interrupt there for 1 second, Paige? So
yes.
if somebody's using a 24-hour clock and if they see 2222, is that equally as important?
Well, anytime you get a repetitive number like a 2 2, a 3 3, a 4 4, or 3 5s, or any kind of when
Yep.
numbers are repeating themselves, that means it's ramped up with energy. It's like extra potent, if you want to look at it that way.
Sure.
So like when you see 11 and then you see 11 11, it's like, oh,
Yep.
double. It's like
Yes.
double goodness. So it's just to pay attention to the energy behind it, because as you know, everything in our world is energy. And so sometimes our numbers start screaming at us like 222, 222, pay attention here.
Alert, alert.
And yes. So we'll start with 0 and go to 9. 0, if you're constantly seeing 0, or if you're sitting in your car and you're, for some reason, the guy's license plate in front of you spoke to you, like it just kind of, okay, why did I notice his license plate number? It said 064. What does that have to do with me? Well, then
Sure.
once you have this list of angel numbers, you'll know what the message is. So our first one is 0, and that means God or universe, however you want to look at it, is sending assistance through the angels. So if you should be going through something, you know, you bumped your leg and you've got a sore leg and you're hobbling around now, just know if you start seeing a 0, that means somebody's, you know, the angels are with you. So be at
I love that.
comfort with that. Number
Sure.
1 is to stay positive and set intention with your thoughts. So setting
Yeah.
intention, when you set an intention, feel it in your body. Like I can say, oh, I want to make $1 million. But is that possible for you right now? Or have you got other things on the burner that you have to do first? Because anybody can make $1 million if we've got ourselves set up for it. But you've got to get your
Sure.
head around it. And
So
I
it's a
make
bit
it
like
sound
the
so
acceptance
simple.
again. No, but
Yes,
it's the acceptance. It's accepting you, it's accepting your situation and accepting the obstacles.
exactly. And you know, I'm just going to just say something, Sandie. I could
Yep.
sit and listen to you all day and night. I love your voice. You've
Oh,
got the
thank
most
you.
engaging voice. I just want to sit and listen to you. Maybe
I was
it's
born
that
for
little,
radio.
right? You've got this
Yes.
voice that just pulls me in, and I'm like, damn, what is she doing? She's pulling me in.
Most people say I send them to sleep. That's why I do it
Oh
at
my
this time.
gosh, no, no, no. I love it. Anyways, number 2, if you're seeing a bunch of 2s, like today's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, which, by the way, when you add it up in numerology, becomes a 1. And what is 1 about? Newness, beginnings, pioneering. Ooh, anyways. So, but
Wow.
if you see 2 in angel numbers, it's keep believing and trust. Trust is a
Believing and trust.
big one. Just
Wow.
trust.
Trust is so hard. It really is.
Well, we're going to soften that a little bit. We're going to say trust is certainly a test of our will. Yes,
It is.
because we know it's possible that we can do something, but sometimes when we're doing something for ourselves, it seems to be a little harder, and that's when we have to believe that is possible, and trust.
I hear that. Yep.
And number 3 is an ascended master is assisting you. Who
Ooh, I
are
love
the
this.
ascended masters? Ooh. Well,
Yes.
one of the big ascended masters that most people have awareness about is Jesus. He's an ascended master.
Sure.
And so is Buddha. And so is Allah. And so is,
Well, all of the
my mind.
archangels, wouldn't they be ascended masters also?
No, they're not ascended, they're archangels. So it's
Oh, okay.
different. So Lord Ganesha is an ascended master. There's a whole bunch of ascended masters.
Perfect. I always look at them as my boss's boss.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And of course, we all know that is our classification for them. They, in their world, do not classify themselves within hierarchy, but we
Mm-hmm.
here on Earth, for ourselves to understand, the pecking order, if you want to call it, we give them
View
that
slayers.
hierarchy. Yeah.
Yes.
Number 4 is your angel team is always with you.
Okay.
And your angel team is always with you. Sometimes we think they forgot us. Like, okay, where were you yesterday when I needed you?
Absolutely.
And you know what? They are with us. We've got to bring them into focus and be with me now. Like now.
And I'm always saying this even about our own, okay, whatever about our angels, which obviously are really important, but even about our own support network here on Earth. And I always say it's a real Irish thing, but maybe it's worldwide, that we tell people, stay over there, stay at arm's length, don't be in my business. And the minute they move to the side, we're like, where the hell are you gone? Why aren't you here for me? So this is why I encourage people to thank their angels, thank their spirit guides every day. Keep them close.
Absolutely. Number 5, I love the number 5. Number 5 is change for the positive.
Wow.
And in numerology, 5 is a manifesting number. It's a magical number.
It is.
And so whenever there's a 5 and you see the time on the clock and it'll say 555 and you're like, ooh, well, it's like extra oomphy right then because it's a repeating number and it's a magical number. So it's like magic, magic, magic. And so right at that moment, yeah, just go in and say, okay, what can I create for myself now? Ooh, bring me some more magic. And just let it go and get out of the how. Let the how go. Let the team, the angels, figure the how out for you.
Love it.
And then number 6, ladies, I know there may be some men out here, but this mostly applies to us ladies. 6, if you're getting a 6, there's another 6. Oh, there's another 6. Oh, that one is saying, stop worrying. Ooh. Yeah,
I should be seeing 6s everywhere. I'm a stressor. That's me.
Well, because what happens when you get into the worry mode? You're creating blocks for yourself. So you're stopping your energy from flowing. So going into a worry energy puts roadblocks up. It's like, stop everything. I'm not allowing any magic to happen because I'm in worry right now. So put the blocks up. No.
Sure.
Let go of the blocks. Let go of the worry. And I mean, you and I both know that there's no need in worrying, but it is a very natural state that we go to when we are thinking about things.
It is.
But when you think about it after, it's like, okay, I worried about that and it turned out okay. So why was I worrying? But it's just what we do, especially when it's something close to our heart that's dear and near to us and we start worrying about it. And so this is where trust comes in. Just trust and so
put it into the hands of the angels.
And
this is a 6 year. This is a 6 year. So it's a good time for me to deal with that.
Yes. And 6 for me, because I'm a Kabbalian numerologist, which is another style of numerology. 6 is all about that foundational family piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
We spoke about that back in episode 18 about the 6, about building bridges, coming closer to family. Huge this year. Yeah.
Number 7, you are on the right path. Trust.
Woohoo.
Because sometimes people will come and say, I'm doing this job and I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. And I always say to them, right now, you are doing your best.
Yeah.
Congratulate yourself for being in your best. If you want to do better, then you need to make a change, but only you can make that change. I can say to you, oh yeah, you need to change your job. You're not in the right job. But if the person isn't unhappy with it, then why change it? When you're not happy, that's when you have to change it. So be content with where you are now. And if you want to make something better, then make the moves to make it better. And be responsible for your own doing. Stop pointing fingers at other people. Keep the fingers pointed at you. What can I do to be better? How can I make myself better? How can I make my journey better? All of those beautiful things. And then, angels, are you going to help me? Yes, my child, of course we'll help you. Of course.
Of course they will. But I love it because the acceptance is coming in a lot of these. Isn't that a huge part of it though?
Oh my gosh. Well, here's the thing, and this especially goes to the females again. It's allowing ourselves, allowing and accepting things to come in. Because how many times have you gone to give somebody something, whether it was a big thing or a little thing, some kind of gifty, maybe some money, maybe a nice trinket that you found, and they're like, oh, no, that's okay. No, don't worry. And it's like, no, let it happen. Let it flow.
Absolutely.
Because, Sandie, I know that you know this, but when you're giving and receiving, you have to allow yourself to receive as much as you give. Because when you're giving a piece of your energy. And so when you're giving it to them, that comes from your heart. You're going here. And it could be you baked a cookie and here's a couple of cookies for you, whatever. Now, if somebody's giving to you, you have to be in the art of receiving. Because if you don't receive, then you stop the flow of energy. So you can give to your heart's content, but if you're not allowing yourself to receive, you're stopping a lot of beautiful energy from coming in. So be in the art of receiving as much as you are giving. And I know most females are always giving. We're always like, here, let me help here, let me go there, do. And that's our femaleness. But allow yourself to start receiving. When somebody gives you a compliment, oh, I like your top. Thank you. That's all you have to say. Don't go into this thing. Oh, I've had this. This was given to me 10 years ago and blah, blah. The story goes, and it's just like, no, all I said was, I like your top. And just receive the compliment. Allow it to come in and settle on your body. That's beautiful. Or if somebody says something else, just allow, and accept. And why do you need to accept things? So that this builds your self-worth. The more you can receive, the more you can accept, and the more yourself. And then you'll become this most mighty female or mighty guy, whichever gender you are. Oh, we won't get into genders. That's another story. Number 8. What do most people think about number 8? Money.
Infinity.
And
Money.
money is, yeah, well, because it's that 8, that circle, constant flow of money. Abundance flows with ease. Accept it. Abundance flows with ease. Now, some people, especially after these last couple of years, we've had a lot of upset of unemployment, mental health issues, you know, unemployment and business closing, and just a multitude of things. That may all be fine and dandy, but what about you? What is your state? What are you telling you about you? Well, I am this beautiful being having my expression as a human, and I love the life that I lead. Sure, I can put on the news and watch the boohoo, wah, oh my goodness, this happened, that happened, but that's not where I put my focus. I get on good shows like this one of Sandie's and listen to the good things and hear good things about how to make my life better so that I understand more when I see numbers. In this case, it's numbers, but Sandie's always got good topics going on her show. I mean, you can't help but listen to her and go, oh, I like that. I got to write that down. Yeah, I like that. So,
thank you.
yeah, well, just think of yourself, how brilliant you are. You've come this far. You haven't crashed and burned yet. So you've got more years ahead of you. And, you
A
know,
lot of them,
be
I
proud
hope.
of yourself, right?
I know, but I always thought it was a real Irish thing that you can't take a compliment, and I just so can't take a compliment. So I have so many things. I can talk a good talk and I can give people advice, but I seldom take it myself. That's a huge flaw. But
Well,
I'm going to try better.
well, you know what? Well, first of all, Sandie, let's remove that it's a huge flaw, because we know that right now, right here, you're whole and perfect exactly the way you are. And this is
Sure.
what makes you Sandie Byrne of Ireland with her beautiful Irish accent. And this is why you have now a new thing that you can do this year is start to receive compliments and make it as your own little experiment of how does it feel when you receive a compliment. And just within your own self. You don't have to share it with the world if you don't want to,
No,
but just say to yourself, okay, I'm going to start receiving compliments and see if I notice a difference in how I feel about myself. And
true.
then you will start to notice, because what I will know, I know this for sure, is once you start noticing how you receive compliments now, you will start to hold your head up a little higher and your shoulders will be back a little further and you'll be wanting to shout for more mountaintops going, I am the mighty Sandie Byrne from Ireland. And you'll
I
want
will.
to toot your own horn because you'll feel proud about yourself. And this is
I
what all
suppose
women should be doing.
we should. No, we definitely should. I always feel I have that Pretty Woman moment. You know, when she says in Pretty Woman that the horrible stuff is easier to believe, and that's the way I think I look at it.
Yeah.
So it says, "Thank you, PPG." I don't know who that is. It's a multi-award
Yes.
winning Sandie. Yes, I actually found out the other day that I've won another award. So keep that
Oh
posted.
my, oh
I
my.
got an
Excuse me, but I won
email.
another award. Okay,
I
there's
know, I
one
wasn't
more number.
expecting it.
I just want to
Okay,
share
sorry.
the
Okay,
last
9.
number.
Yes.
And then number 9 is share your light in all you do. Share your light in all you
Right.
do.
Yeah.
And this is a prime example how I get to share my light right here, right now with the lovely Sandie Byrne. Like
But I think
like
there's
it was
nothing
by
like,
accident that I came, you know, there's never an accident, but you know what I mean.
no, there's not.
I
I
just
do.
thought, look at that. I went on Facebook and it said Sandie Byrne is her podcast is going live at the top of the hour. And I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, I gotta go on. because I wanted to hear Sandie Byrne because I love Sandie Byrne's voice. And I was like, "Ooh, I gotta get on. And then she's like, Paige is here. And I'm like, what? She can see that I'm on? Oh my God. And then I got it to be all thumbs and I couldn't figure out how to get. And so when you said go off and come back in, I thought, oh, that's brilliant. And so that's what I had to do. So
Absolutely.
this is how you share your light. You can't share your light if you're sitting on your couch watching Netflix and eating bonbons all day. It doesn't work. You've got to put yourself out a bit. Go for a walk. And when you go for a walk, shine and smile and say, good day, how are you? You know, all of those kinds of things. Because how many people are walking around staring at the ground, not even looking up? And you're the spring of light that is coming to them. Be proud to be that you can walk, and even if you got to hop or skip and, you know, get out how you can. Get out and do what you can. This is why you're here on earth, for crying out loud. Share your light, especially to
guys,
the
I
little
don't know
ones.
if anybody else is listening. I find that Paige makes it all sound so easy. And I'm not belittling what you're saying, Paige, but you've got such a calming voice and you just say
Aw.
everything so logically. It's not a mutual appreciation show, but I have to say it because I've listened to you before. And I just find I come away after listening to you and I feel so uplifted and I feel, you know what, I can do this. And then 3 days later, I'm like, okay, I don't think I can do this anymore. You know, so
Well,
I
I'll
really need.
tell you my secret ingredient, okay? I'll tell you
Yes,
my
tell
secret
us.
ingredient. Because I'm all team angels, when I
Mm-hmm.
talk, my angels assist me. And not
Yeah.
only do they assist me with my words, but they're also emitting energy out. So the energy that's coming from my words is
Mm-hmm.
energy permeating all the bodies that are listening also. So that's why when people have a conversation with me, and I'm not saying this with ego, this will happen with you too if you engage
This
with
is
the angels
fact.
the way that I engage with the angels.
Mm-hmm.
When you've worked with the angels like I have, and now I'm like team angels, oh, we're all angels over here. It's absolutely going to happen. And so after having a conversation with me, you walk away going, wow, I feel so much better. That's cool. And
I
so I
do.
take part of the credit, but the bigger credit goes to my angels because they're assisting. And that's why I'm on this rampage to get everybody hooked up with the angels so that we can start feeling better, especially after these last couple of years. Oh my gosh. Oh
Oh,
my
we
gosh.
need it so much.
Right?
We sure
And
do.
I just got a phone call from my cousin and she's like, Paige, I sold my house and I'm going for a month to Ireland. I went, what? And I was like, the hell are you going to Ireland for?
To see me,
Not.
hopefully.
And she's like, I've always wanted to. Now we're Scottish, and
Yes.
so you know we're from Scotland, but I've lived my whole life in Canada. I'm not really Scottish.
You're
She's
Scottish
like,
descent.
well, I've always wanted to go to Ireland, so she thought now's the time. I'm turning 65, and I'm selling my house, and I'm want to get out and get going somewhere. And I thought I'm going to Ireland. I said, well, cool. And
Good for
she doesn't
her.
even, yeah. And I thought, well, that's really wild that she would go to Ireland because she was one of those go and sit in Hawaii girls and, you know, the sunshine. I said, you realize it's going to be cold when you go there because, you know, well, I was there in March for Killarney Day or whatever you call it, Shamrock Day. What
The
is it called?
St.
In
Patrick's Day.
Yes, that day.
Yes.
I was there for that in Killarney. That's what it was. And oh my
Claire.
God, I was like, that's why you guys have those sweaters that keep you all warm because it's
They
like it
are.
just goes through your fabric. And I'm like, oh, it's so
It does.
cold here. Anyways,
It is. If she waits till the summer, it might be a little bit easier. But
yes.
yeah, I'll contact you about that if she wants to drop by. I can show her around a bit. But
Oh, you're so sweet.
I really think, I can't wait till I get to the stage of my life where, the kids are growing up and doing their own thing and I can say, I'm selling the house and I'm going traveling.
But that would be so
Oh,
cool,
my
right?
day is coming. It's coming. It's coming. My husband says he's going to live on a cruise ship because the maids are included, the food is included, the healthcare is included. He said
Has he
he's just
been
going
on
to go
one?
on cruise.
Has
No,
he gone
we
on a
were we
cruise?
were booked to go on one, and 10 days before our cruise, we went on lockdown. And
Oh.
everything cancelled all around the world. So we got our money back for the cruise, but we haven't been able to go on one since. So I will someday get on a cruise.
Mm. Well, of
Definitely. But no,
course
I
you
haven't
will.
been on one yet. But
Yeah.
this is going to be Sinead is saying, I'm from Ireland and I absolutely love your accent. So Paige's Canadian accent. Isn't it funny? You probably don't think you have an accent.
No, I
I
don't at
remember.
all. And you know what's funny, Sandy, is when I find somebody here and they've got a wee bit of a Irish accent, I start getting a wee bit of Irish accent. And then they'll
Yeah,
go, "Are you Irish too?" And I go, "No, I'm not. It's just
I'm just copying you.
it's so funny. I just love I love the accent, but it's your tone, Sandy. It's your tone. It's
I know.
just a
I
lovely
I
vibration. I'll just call it
hate the
that.
sound of my own voice. It's probably more the rubbish that I come out with half the time. But but I so love the explanation of the numbers because I've written down everything that you've said. And for those listening, I will be putting the recording of the show up in the next half an hour once we're finished. So don't worry, you can go back over it again and get those meanings from Paige again. And thank you so much for explaining that to us. So I'm just going to go back to the 2 because that is where we are right now. It's the portal. We've got 2222. We've got 20 of February to the 20th of 0222. I know we say the dates a little bit different than you do. And we've got the 22nd, so 22 of 222, 22222, which is it'll be the closing of this energy portal that's opened. So we have 20 days. So the 2 in the angel numbers is beginnings, it's to keep believing, and it's the trust and the newness. Okay. So we need to trust, accept, believe in ourselves. This is the time, guys. This is the time to look forward and say, trust yourself. This is what I want. Make your plan. Okay. Put your stake in the sand and say, this is what I'm going to do. Okay. This is me. This is what I'm looking forward to. And as I said at the beginning of the show, write it down, draw it, print out a picture off the internet, but put it up somewhere that you will see it every single day because this is what you're going to be aiming for. Okay. And when you set the intention during this portal, it will happen. And as Paige has explained, your angels are behind you with everything. But I'm always saying to people, Paige, how do they know what you want if you don't tell them?
Yeah,
Do you agree?
exactly. Well, and here's the other thing. Be specific. Like you can say, I want a new car. Oh, wouldn't that be cool to have a new car? Well, what kind of car do you want? Do you want, like a 4-door, or do you want like a van, or do you want like a little 2-door sports thing, or, like be
Yeah.
specific, because this is where your worth plays a part, because if you're like, oh, well, I don't want to ask for too much, stop. Of course you can. You'd ask
Yeah.
for a lot if it was your friend that was asking. You'd say, give her the best, give her the best. She deserved the best. Well, treat yourself like you would treat your bestie and ask for the best and only the best.
I agree. And you know what? If you're not asking for the best for yourself, what are you putting out there except the message that you don't deserve the best?
Exactly. Oh my
And then
goodness.
you're attracting that to yourself. I don't deserve it, therefore I will never have it. But you
Yes.
deserve it. And I can't stress enough. I know I talk about the law of attraction so much, but the gratitude part of it, okay? Every
Mm.
single night, I have a gratitude stone by my bed. Okay, I sit down and I hold it. I have a rock or a crystal, I should say, that's in the shape of an egg, and I hold it every night. And I just say all the things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for another day. I'm grateful that we're all home, safe and well, in the house again tonight. I'm grateful for whatever. I'm grateful that I had heat in the house today. I'm grateful that we had a lovely dinner. Just even the little things. But if you're grateful, then you're likely, to get more, because if you say to your angels, well, thank you for making today easy, you're getting them on side, and they're going to say,
Mhm.
well,
Mhm.
isn't she a grateful little thing? I'll give her another good day tomorrow. That's the way I look at it. And I think if you show kindness, you will get kindness.
Yes.
Do you
And
agree?
listen, for the people that are listening and saying, well, I've been asking and asking and asking for this or that, and whatever they've been asking for, and it hasn't come through.
Mm-hmm.
Please do not get discouraged, because sometimes what is happening is the angels are bringing something better. But if
Yeah.
we're fixated on, I'll use a car as an example. If you're
Mm-hmm.
fixated on, I want a new car and I want it to be yellow, and so you're like, yellow, 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 and sure, this car comes along and it's yellow, but it's really a lemon, you know. And if you had just relaxed and went, I just want a car that is a 4-door and that can take the mountains, because I live by the mountains, can take the mountains and I can drive through the mountains and not lose any mileage, like I can still climb the hill and not die on the hill. That's all I
Mm-hmm.
want for my car. Then that's what I'll get. When I
Yeah.
trust and believe, then that's what I'll get. But if you're sitting in well, I've asked for this and asked for that and I never got it, well, maybe it wasn't meant for you because it's not going to enrich your path. So let it
Yes.
go and move on to something else.
I
And
like that. Yeah.
yes. And I just want to say another thing, Sandy. I did the St.
Yeah.
Bridget thing. I put the
Well,
scarf outside. I held
good
it, I
woman.
held the scarf and I said, this is what I would like. And I put it on and wrapped it around the banister on my deck. And
Yes.
then I went out in the morning and I retrieved it. Ooh, was it ever
That for the
loved
next
up?
year.
Whew,
Well,
whew.
I put out 2 scarves. So did anybody on that's listening do that for St. Bridget? So on the night of the 31st, just in case you weren't aware of it, the night before St. Bridget's Day, we put out I had to think about that in the Irish. We're so used to saying it in Irish, Lafayette Bridget. But we put out the scarf on outside, on a hedge, on a plant, on your deck, anywhere at all. And St. Bridget's as she passes at nighttime, she blesses anything, even if it's a piece of cloth. You put it outside, and you'll have that for the year then, if you have any sickness. And Maggie is just saying that she does it. She's been doing it for years, and it came in handy today because she woke up with a sore throat. I love it. Sinead forgot to do it. Oh no! And my friend texted me on Tuesday morning. She said, "I've just woken up and I saw your post. I didn't see it last night." But I put out 2 scarves and I put out a shawl, because last year I gave away my scarf that I'd put out for St. Bridget. But and I actually woke up this morning, I couldn't hear a thing. My ears were all swollen up again. So I've obviously come into contact with dairy. I'm trying to be so careful about my diet. But if a bit of dairy, I don't know what it is about my ears, but if I eat dairy, that's when I lose my hearing. And
Oh,
I actually wrapped my scarf around my head when I was going around the house this morning.
uh-huh.
Amazing. It was
I
in a
know.
couple of hours. It was like my ears just popped and I could hear again. So I have that for the year now, and I'm so happy that I remembered to do it,
When I was in
because
Ireland, I went to a little shrine for St. Bridget. There was
yes,
some shrine. One of the ladies on the tour, I was on a Celtic Angel tour in Ireland.
oh, I love it.
And
Way up in the
yes,
north.
one of the ladies that was a member of the group, she's lives in Canada, but she's from Ireland. So she went to her homeland, and
Oh,
there was a local shrine for St. Bridget. Oh my gosh, the energy at that place. Whew. Wowzer.
I think there's 2. I think there's one in Kildare, which was where she was originally buried, but then I believe she was taken up, I think, to Downpatrick, and she was buried with St. Patrick when she was anointed, when she was sainted, whatever they call it. So I'm not sure. I'm assuming it was probably the actual grave up in Downpatrick that you were at, but I think there is a shrine where she was originally buried, I think, in Kildare as well. So, yeah, I love it. For us here, it's the Rock of Cashel. Did you get to visit the Rock of Cashel when you were in Ireland?
I'm so bad.
I know. I'm like that too.
I remember the Cliffs of Moher. That's it, because I have pictures.
Yeah. Yes.
And the day
well,
we
the
were
next
there,
time you
it was
come,
clear.
yeah, yeah. I'm going to say so. I've never been to the Cliffs of Moher, ever.
Oh.
I've been over that part of the country lots and lots, but I've never actually gone to the cliffs because
Well,
normally
I
when I
had
go
an
over there,
experience over there. It was quite interesting.
it's really cold. But I
Yes.
should visit more. I should visit more. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night because we have kept these people on long enough. Mankie's saying she hasn't been to the cliffs either. She's been to the car park of it. And I've never been to the Aran Islands. I'm so desperate. But one of my favourite places, I love the Rock of Cashel. I go there quite often because it's only down the road. But I love going to Craigenown. That's one of my most favourite places in Ireland. It's so old. It's where the first settlers that came to Ireland thousands of years ago lived, Paige. And the energy there is just amazing. It's just amazing. Every time I go there, I feel something different.
That makes me almost want to come back.
Yes, you should come back and I will bring you there.
Ooh.
Okay. So folks, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you to Paige, who has really made this an amazing show. We just love hearing about our angels. And I will anyway, maybe Paige will join us. We will be back next week with some more spiritual talk, hopefully. And if there's anything that you want us to cover, guys, in the show, please let me know, okay? Because I'm open to anything. And I'm hoping to have more guests on in the future. It's just this time is, as I say, it's quite difficult to get people to come on live at 10 p.m. on a Wednesday night. But I have some people lined up and I'm going to be recording some shows for March. Okay. So don't worry. I will be live for the rest of February and then I'm going to start having some guests on and I will be recording some shows for March. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Huge, huge thank you, as always, to Paige. And we will see you next week, guys. Take care.
Discussing everything about the afterlife and spirit world. Coming to you all the way from Ireland. It's Sandie Byrne.
That's so cool.
Good night, Paige.
Good night. I sent you an email.
Okay, cool. I'll have a look.